Oh, I love how that comes up to tell me it's being recorded.
It
Yeah.
tells you, yes, and you have to give permission.
Right.
If you don't like it, then you get to leave.
Right. Control. I love it.
Yes. Consent.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, hi, Kiana.
Hi.
Thank you for agreeing to have this conversation with me. As you know, Momming in Real Life is a organization that is dedicated to supporting Black and Brown mamas in their own regular self-care and well-being practices. These conversations that I'm having one-on-one with mamas will be shared in the newsletter on Mommying Mondays as a part of my 40 for 40 celebration. And I am honored that you agreed to be a guest. So thank you.
You're very welcome. I'm honored to be a guest.
Can you start by telling us a little bit about yourself?
All right. I'm Key. I'm Kiana Key, whatever fancies that you want to call me. Uh, Born in Kingston, Jamaica, residing in Baltimore, mother of one awesome teenage little girl, about to be a woman. I feel it. I don't, it's like yesterday. I am a paraeducator who also teaches life skills to alternative kids in school. And I am also an ABA for autistic kids. And I am becoming a behavioral technician for autistic kids.
Oh, you're really busy.
Busy, busy. I'm in school in the daytime and ABA for the kids at night. Then I got my daughter. We got to catch up on her day. We got to talk about what's going on, put out her fires that she may or may not create. I go into my coma, go to sleep, have some quiet time, and then I wake up and do it all over again. My day starts at 5 and ends around 11, 12.
A
So
long
yeah,
day. It's a
it
long day.
is. I'm getting used to it now, though.
Okay, getting into a rhythm.
I'm getting to a rhythm. That was the most important part because at first I just could not function.
Mm.
It's in school, and in school is very physical because we're alternative kids. So they have emotional development issues. They're running all over the place. They're screaming and hollering, and everything is an issue. And then there's quiet, and we don't say those words in the hallways because every time you say the word quiet, everything blows up. But when there is quiet, I'm dead tired. I need to be moving around. And I almost hope that they act a fool so I can move around and not go. Yeah.
Sounds a little like my house.
Yeah. Right.
So you have been in the mommyhood for some teen years, some
Yeah.
double digit years.
Yeah.
What has been the best thing about being a mom?
When I call it the give back stage, when they first become babies, you always provide for them and do for them and things like that as children, right? But when they're first born, there's nothing that they give back to you that makes you go, oh, other than the cute little face, right? All they do is sleep, eat, may pass a little gas to put a little smile on their face, but that's it, right? Then when they start to grow and they start to crawling and things like that, and they start to call you mommy, these are the give back stages. That's when you get excited when you first hear those words, and mommy, mommy, this, please, please, thank you. Oh my God, it makes you feel some type of way.
Yeah.
And then they talk too much. Now it's mommy, miss, mommy, 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 mommy. It's like, oh my God. But now we're in the teenage years where they test you a little bit, where they're learning um, to apologize authentically, trying to teach a kid to apologize authentically and not to apologize because your mother's mad at you. I think that the best part of me being a mom is when I realize I am doing it right by something she did that I think she didn't even pick up.
Mm.
Such as, when I'm stressed out, when I don't have much money and I have to figure out how I'm going to pay for something that she wants, that she absolutely deserves because she's been a great kid. And I got to worry about paying for this and I'm exhausted and I've worked all day and I got to take her here and I got to take her there. And then I had a horrible day at both jobs type situation. I'm just trying to sit there to collect my thoughts. And she comes over and she tapped me on my shoulder and said, Mom, you're doing a great job. Don't feel sad. What kid you know? And they do. They actually pay attention. You may not believe it, you may not feel it, but when you most need it, it reflects by something little that they do. And they don't even think that it's a big deal. They don't think that me and her having that conversation, and I'm like, I needed that in that moment. And she was like, well, I just told you what I saw. I'm telling you that I think you're doing a great job. I know you're tired because I'm tired. All I did was wash the dishes, Mom, and I'm tired. So I'm telling you that you're doing a great job. And she doesn't know how much that pushed me to continue to work through whatever it is that I was going through in that moment so that I can provide for her and myself at the same time. So I think that that is the best when you realize that the things that you're teaching them and that the path that you're teaching them down that path, that it is actually sticking even when you think that it's not.
Awesome. I love that. Thank you. Oh, I'm going to definitely look for those moments now. I'm
Yeah.
not that I wasn't looking for them before, but definitely savoring them now.
It's
To
little
get
small
out.
things. Like even when you listen to, and I often listen to how she communicates with her friends. I listen to her communication with me. Like we'll have a regular conversation, but I'm listening to how she speaks and what she's saying and how she's responding to certain things. And I'm like, damn, you get it a little bit. You're a little person that
Yeah.
I'm so understand these little assholes. That's literally because let's be real. Let's get into it. Sometimes we don't like these kids because they bastards sometimes, right? They make you so angry and it's just like it's so frustrating, but at the end of the day they didn't ask to be here, and just as they are frustrating to you, we were frustrating to our elders, and we
Mhm.
did everything different from what they knew to do. So I pay attention to those things, and how she handles herself with conversations and what they say to her and how she's like, no, I'm not going to do that, in a matter of fact tone, instead of being a follower and things like that. Just like with Dot Dot, when he's having conversation, I don't like the way I feel. He said like that is your give back moment, because most kids they just go along with what you're telling them how they feel. No, he's actually matter of fact. No, I like this person. Okay. That's that moment that you have to hold on to that we may not even pay attention to. And especially in this world, they follow after each other and they do dangerous things. So
Mhm.
when you get is when they're speaking on their own and being they having conviction about what they like and what they don't like. Oh, that's a wonderful thing.
And who they are and who they are not. Yeah.
Absolutely. A
Yeah.
wonderful thing. It's
Yeah.
give backs.
So we've done the warm and fuzzy, right?
Mhm.
Um, so what is something that has been challenging in motherhood, either that you didn't expect or that was just harder than you thought it was going to be?
um my most challenging is the fear of letting her be her natural self or be out into the world without me.
Mm.
Most I'm very, very uncomfortable about that because I just want to protect her. And I know that's not really possible, but in my mind it's possible. I'm going to get it done. But she had an issue where she asked if she could go somewhere, um, get a ride from school with her friend's brothers. And the friend was with her. And the friend is like my other child. Literally, she spends more time at my house than she spends anywhere at her own place. So I was like, okay, cool. Just make sure y'all make it back to the house. Yeah, they didn't. They made it somewhere else. Um, and when I checked her location, they were at a hotel.
Mm.
Clicked out. I mean, I just couldn't. It was the most difficult experience I ever had in my life. And I'm talking so difficult that once I got to her and realized that everything was okay, I had put my hands, and I've never had to do a physical, because once I have my voice and that boom from the voice or the accent comes out, she knows not to play with me. But
Mm,
that moment so scary for me. They weren't there a very long time. It's just that they were with people who are not considered safe people, people who are in the streets. You're not from the
yeah,
world. And that's what I do to try and protect you from that. You can't have you can't go over sleepovers. You can't be outside with the boys and sitting on the stoop, and like that's no longer a thing for your kind of generation right now in Baltimore.
yeah.
Let's go in a house. So let's go take a trip. We can do that. But no, so I think the most difficult thing is to learn when to give her space and hope that she makes the right decisions.
Mm,
And that's very, very difficult because I just want to make the decisions for her. But
yeah.
she'll be 17 in a couple of weeks. And I hope that everything that I've taught her up to this point, that she takes that out into the world with her and hears my voice, the accent and all, every time she's trying to make that decision on what to do is right and what to do is wrong, because I cannot be there like I want to every
Mm,
morning. So yeah.
mm, yeah. I don't even want to begin thinking about that. The oldest is getting ready to get into those teen years, and I'm just thinking about the emotional shifts that are going to happen. I don't even want to think about what it means when he truly starts making decisions on his own. Not
Mm-hmm.
there yet.
Difficult. It's like, oh, and I want to say, no, don't do this. Go this way. Do that. Oh, no, I don't like the way you're talking. This is, but you got to try to give them that grace and give yourself that grace and hope that you did a good job. And if even if it's the wrong decisions, there's no reflection on what you've done as a parent. It just means that this person is growing into them own selves, and they're going to learn from their own mistake. And you have to allow them to do that too, which is very difficult for me. But I'm learning.
Okay, so we've talked about the kids. Now let's talk about you.
Okay.
Um, what do you do for your own self-care and well-being? How do you pour into Key?
So I literally try to participate in whatever makes me happy. I love dance. I love being outside at parties. I love making people smile and hosting people. But with that said, there's times where I don't want to be bothered at all. And I am very good at disappearing. I won't answer a phone, a text message. I will be in that room in the dark watching TV, Dateline specifically, enjoying myself and doing absolutely nothing. So I'm an extreme extrovert. I am the party person, but I still need my decompressed time. So after work, in between one job to a next, I literally sit quiet. I don't even play music. I don't want to talk to nobody. I talk all day. Do not talk to me when I get into this house. Give me a moment and then I will tell you when I'm ready. And luckily, I'm surrounded by people who respect that boundary. Um, because there has been times when people did disregard, because I'm a people person and I just want to help people. I would even disregard. What do you need? What do you want? How you want it? Type situation. But now coming into this new me, I've gotten a therapist who is doing an amazing job. She can get all my money. Um, I have learned to embrace what she's telling me and not be so. I've learned how to realize I don't need to be in control. I just want to be in control of everything.
Mm,
Here's because I never even thought of myself as being a control person. I'm a free spirit. But in all actuality, I'm a free spirit with condition. So I
mm,
have to be in control of something. I have to know how this is going to go because I have a fear of unknown. And what I've learned is it's okay if you don't know. And it's okay if you don't have the control, because you can change it if you don't like it. And that's what I've been doing. I've been having a great time. I'm going out. And I'm actually going out a little bit less because I am enjoying the quiet time more now. I don't know if it's because I'm getting older. I don't know if it's because me and how much I go out and what I do is tiring. But I'm home more, I'm resting, I'm giving myself that time before I know that I'm gonna have a horrible week, not a horrible week, a long, exhausting week. So I'm giving myself that rest time. That's just me. I go get my nails done because that makes me so, so, so happy. Even just to sit in that chair. I do that. I keep my hair done because you look good, you feel good. Oftentimes when I'm sick, I literally will still go get my hair done because it makes me feel better about the situation. So those little things makes me happy, and that's what I do. I dive into it, and nobody's gonna stop me. I am very strong about, no, I'm just gonna sit here. And they're like, no, you don't want to come outside. No, not today. I'll see you guys next weekend though.
Yes, I love it. I love it. I love that you have the boundaries. I love that you're sticking to the boundaries. I love that you recognize that like you were breaking your own boundaries and that had to stop. I mean, that is what I tell my kids is self-correction at its finest.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm just learning the self-correction. Like even things that I say or do, I'm just like, all right, girl, now you know. Oh yeah, it's new to me, but it's working. I find myself, I'm not as stressed. So when the fires come, it's just like, okay, well, we're just gonna go through the fire. You done been here before. Yeah, I literally, like, it's weird because I look back on things, um, on how things have happened to me these last couple of months, and I'm just like not the person I was just last year. You know,
Mhm.
I've had my bank account triple in a negative. I woke up one morning and I saw the alert and I looked at it and I was like, it'll work out. Who is this person? I didn't it, he thinking that, and it did. It did eventually work. I just needed to have patience. It's nothing you can do about it. What was I going to do about my bank account being in a negative right then and there? I didn't have any money. It's telling you you don't have any money. What are you going to do? Just calm down, pray, and go make a move to get some money. Okay, that's it. Relax.
I love it because, and I'm smiling so hard because one of the things that I have realized in being very intentional about my own self-care, over the last few years is that self-care really helps put you in a space where you can have stressors and not be stressed. And
Absolutely.
that's a gift. That is a true gift to get to that space.
And it helps tremendously with anxiety. Like I don't know exactly anxiety how I did before. So like, okay, I'll deal with it. I don't know that I can't breathe. I think I'm having a heart attack experience at this moment. And is it stressing? Absolutely. But like you said, I am not stressed. I have to be able to breathe because I can't think clearly like that. So even if you are stressed in itself, and I start to spaz out and I have an anxiety attack, what am I going to get done in the mix of that?
Yeah.
How am I think properly in the mix of that? Not to mention, I have a little one who watches me. And now that I'm stressed and I'm being anxious, she is anxious that I'm anxious. I'm
Mhm.
situation. My girl feels everything that I feel. When I'm sad, when I'm upset, she's literally checking on me as if I'm the child. Mommy, you okay? You want to talk about it? She shouldn't have to do that. She's not my mother. She's not an adult. I want her to experience that. So I had to learn how to just be able to handle things. We're Black women. We can, but we don't have to fall apart in the mix of handling things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a great place to stop. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you taking the time to have this conversation and for being willing to share with the other mamas in the momming in real life space. I think this is going to be a real gift to them.
Good, good. And I can't wait to hear what other moms have to say because even when we think we don't need the assist, bring it on because we do.
Yeah.
Everybody on the sideline playing the same game. We need the assistance. Let me see what my teammates got to say. So
Right,
I
right. I love that.
can take it from that. All teammates. Mount up. Play.
Thank you.